In this video, I'm going to talk about how smartphones and social media have completely changed the dynamics of Pattaya's nightlife scene. These days, a lot of the girls in bars and massage shops aren't even looking up. They're glued to their screens. And it's not just for fun. They're probably chatting with their Thai boyfriend, lining up sponsors, live streaming to fans overseas. Who knows? Meanwhile, the old school guys, they're sitting there feeling invisible, wondering what happened to the days when eye contact actually meant something. And it's not just during work hours. Spend time with one of these women and you'll see it firsthand. She's on her phone constantly, scrolling, chatting, live streaming. For many, this is the norm. Their whole world lives inside that screen. Remember the term crackberry? That nickname people used back in the mid-2000s to describe how addictive the BlackBerry had become? It was meant as a warning. People were starting to realize just how dependent they were on these tiny screens. But here, in Pattaya, and honestly, just about everywhere, that level of screen time isn't shocking anymore. It's become the new normal. Honestly, take the phone away from some of these women for just 3 hours, and you'll see it. Restlessness, anxiety, the urge to reconnect. Because the phone isn't just entertainment anymore, it's their workspace, their social hub, their lifeline. See, it's not just about scrolling TikTok, Instagram, or checking messages. These women are generating income. They're engaging with sponsors, scheduling video chats, and promoting their venues through social media platforms. The result? A lot of older guys, the walk-in customers hoping for a chat and maybe a drink, end up getting ignored. Not because the women are rude, but because their attention is focused elsewhere. This shift isn't just about individual behavior. It's reshaping Pattaya itself. It's now a hotspot for content creators, vloggers, and influencers. What used to be a haven for retirees and laid-back travelers has opened the door to a much younger, more digitally savvy crowd. Crypto nomads, backpackers, TikTokers, they're all here. And they didn't stumble in blindly. They did their homework. They follow these women online, watch their streams, maybe even subscribe to their private content platforms. By the time they arrive, they're not just tourists, they're fans. They already know who they want to meet, which venue she's at, and when she goes live. It's a different kind of energy. Less spontaneous, more scripted. For them, it's like stepping into an online fantasy that's already been storyboarded. But not everything about this shift has been positive. Let's talk about the darker side. Yes, smartphones have opened doors, giving women more independence, more revenue streams, and a global audience. But they've also introduced new challenges. There's less face-to-face connection now. Bars feel quieter, colder. That old charm where you could just walk into a place and fall into a conversation that changed your whole night is disappearing. Some even show up with specific missions. I'm here to meet TikTok girl 123 and buy her a new phone. And that's not hypothetical. It's happening all the time. So where does that leave the old school guys? Truth is, many feel left behind, overlooked, out of sync. The attention that once came naturally now comes at a cost, emotionally and financially. It's a new world, one where eye contact is replaced by screen time, where charm gets outperformed by online gifting, and where showing up in person doesn't guarantee being seen. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not against technology. I'm not saying we should throw our phones into the sea and pretend the internet never happened. But let's be honest, something's missing. There used to be magic here, a sense of raw, unscripted possibility. You'd stumble into a random bar, order a drink, and start a conversation with someone who might just shift your entire trip. No filters, no feeds, no live streams, just two people face to face. That's the irony, digitally closer than ever. But in real life, further apart. And here's where it gets tough. A lot of these older guys who still come to Pattaya, they're not here to party. Some are lonely. Some just went through a divorce. Some saved up for years just to finally visit the place they dreamed about. They're not trying to compete with 25-year-old influencers or win attention with digital tips. They're looking for human connection, even if it's short-lived. And when they walk into a bar and feel invisible, that hurts. They don't complain. They pay for their beer, sit quietly, then leave. Maybe they think, I guess this place isn't for me anymore. But it's not really about age. It's about visibility. It's about relevance. And in a digital-first Pattaya, just being physically present doesn't guarantee that anymore. Some say you're just romanticizing the past. And maybe that's true. Pattaya has always evolved, from sleepy beach town to wild nightlife hub to whatever this hybrid version is now. But this latest shift isn't just change, it's structure. The old system was messy, sure, but it was personal. You made your own luck. You used your charm, your humor, your vibe. Now it's a platform, a marketplace, a ranking system. Women prioritize interactions based on how much support they get online. Algorithms decide visibility. Payment often comes before personality. It's more polished, more scalable, but colder. Think about it. Some of these women have deeper digital relationships with people in Europe, America, or Japan than they do with anyone in their own city. They wake up, reply to messages from Australia, go to work, stream to Germany, then connect with a regular from Dubai before bed. The emotional workload is now global. They're not just nightlife workers. They're remote customer service reps, part-time influencers, digital managers, and yes, sometimes therapists too. So here's the real question. If you're an older guy, or just someone who misses the human side of Pattaya, is there still space for you? Yes, but the expectations have to shift. You're not walking into a random bar and becoming the center of attention like it's 2003. And you're probably not outspending the YouTube streamers dropping $500 in live tips just to get a girl's attention. There's something a lot of people overlook. Some of these women are tired too. Tired of forcing smiles for the camera. Tired of late-night video chats with strangers across the world. Tired of pretending to be whoever the algorithm wants them to be. Sometimes what they really want isn't another gift or another subscriber. It's someone who sees them beyond the screen. But most guys don't notice that. They see the phone in her hand and assume she's not interested. They feel rejected. But honestly, a lot of these women are just overwhelmed. Their phones are lighting up 24/7. There's no off switch, no real break. So if you can offer a little peace, a moment of real connection without expectation or pressure, you might just stand out more than you think. Because here's the truth. While the rules have changed, the game hasn't. People still want to feel seen, heard, understood, whether it's 1995 or 2025. And maybe that's the part that hurts the most, for the old school guys, for the dreamers, for the ones chasing a feeling they once had here. They come back, hoping to find the version of Pattaya that changed their life. But what they find is something slicker, faster, more transactional. And they ask themselves, did I change or did Pattaya? The answer, of course, is both. Everything evolves. The world doesn't wait. But that doesn't mean you don't belong anymore. It just means you have to adapt without losing yourself. If you're visiting Pattaya now, come with open eyes. Don't expect the old magic to greet you at the airport. You'll have to look for it, build it. Maybe even let go of the fantasy version you held onto for years. What's your take on women being glued to their smartphones? Do you think it's made Pattaya feel less welcoming? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you next time.